This is Tiffany Lewis with Be the Change on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media. You can find me very easily at Tiffany H. Lewis. And as you may know, I have a 501c3 nonprofit called Pens for Pals organization. And we began as an organization to prevent suicide and bullying. And now we are involved in that, but we have many other programs that we've evolved into. And I have a message for you guys today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. A little child, a little girl called me yesterday and dialed the wrong number. She dialed our 800 number for people who are feeling suicidal or depressed, which is 1-800-PENS 619, 1-800-PENS 619. When she dialed it, thinking that it was the community center swimming pool somewhere in Oklahoma. I'm not going to say where. Anyway, I proceed to ask her, as she's a child, I'm speaking to her on her level, and I'm trying to ask her what she's looking for. She says she's looking for the community center swimming pool. She proceeds to tell me where she lives. Long story short, she gives me her name, her address, and then I told her that I would write her letters, and if she ever wanted to talk to somebody or have a pen pal, that I'd like to match her with a child her own age, right? But the address that she gave me was incorrect because she was so young that she didn't have her address completely memorized. So I tried to Google it, and it didn't really work. So I called the number back that had called me a little while later. And you could hear that there was kind of two little girls kind of giggling in the background the first round. And then when I called the number back, it was a different little girl who was also about 7 or 8, maybe 9 years old. And I said, "Hey, this is Tiffany. I spoke with your friend." I said what her name was. I said, "Do you have her address? I was going to send her a letter, and maybe you guys could send me some artwork that we could send to adults or children that are dealing with a terminal illness or, depression, or just having a hard time and just need a friend. Or maybe you'd like to be a pen pal and be a friend to somebody. But either way, I'm here for you." The point of my story is the second little girl who I called back from the caller ID on my 1-800 number, she then gave me her name, address, everything, telephone number, everything. And I asked her to bring the other little girl back in the room. And I said to them both, I said, "Put me on speakerphone, please." And I said to them both, I said, "Listen, girls, I need you both to make me a promise. And you need to promise me this for the rest of your life." I said, "You guys just gave me your name, phone number, first name, last name, where you live, what community you live in, what city, what state, exactly which house you live at. And the community was called something estates. So what you just told me was that you live in a very nice neighborhood and that you were not taught not to give strangers your name, address, and telephone number, right?" And I got very upset a little bit, not at them, but at their parents. Like, what kind of parents don't teach your kids how do you not teach your kids about stranger danger? I could have been anybody. I could have been a pedophile. I could have kidnapped your child for ransom because I knew that they live in a nice area. And now I have the names of addresses of those two little girls, and I'm going to be friends with them for the rest of their whole life and be a role model that their own parent should have done. And, I'm not saying it's my place to step in and try to take the place of the parent. Maybe the parent is doing the best they can. Maybe they work a lot. I don't know. But guys, if you have children and they pick up the phone and they dial the wrong number and somebody asks them for their names and their addresses, oh my gosh, you need to teach them not to do that. Anyway, I asked little girls to promise me they would never approach a vehicle, even if the person, was a police officer or said that they knew your mom or your dad or was a friend that you just didn't remember. Because we are so highly involved in human trafficking at this point. And we're talking about children. So you can imagine that, my emotional state went just way up at the fact that nobody taught these little children either in school or that there weren't enough programs out there or enough resources or their parents or their family or their friends. Nobody taught them to give out your phone number, your name, and your address to a random stranger. Now, here's the kicker. I know that as a female, when you connect with another female on the phone, even if it's a child, there's this safety net. It feels like you can trust the person, right? Because it's female to female. And actually, I think that works the same way with little boys. You tend to trust a female more for whatever reason. And, to whoever these kids' parents are, and they lived in two separate houses, by the way. They were just friends that were hanging out. They just dialed the wrong number, and both of them gave me their names and their addresses and their phone numbers and allowed me to write letters to them, which I've already sent the letters out. And it just blows my mind, and I just wanted to share that with you because I want you to tell your children that it is not okay to give anybody your name or your address or your phone number or anything. And if you have any questions, come to me. Come ask me. Look at my website. Go to www.pensforpals.org. That's PENSFORPALS.org. And you know what? I'll talk to your children. I'll make more videos like this for you. I'll do your job for you. For those who don't have parents, which in this case I know is not the case because they both admitted to having two parents. That's all I'm going to say about that. To those who don't have any positive role models or parents or anyone to teach them right from wrong, send them to me and I'll keep making videos like this, and I'll teach children and adolescents and teenagers what's okay and what's not okay. And under any circumstances at all, ever, any kids that are watching this, never, ever, ever give your name and your phone number and your address or any of the three out to anyone. Don't accept any friend requests from anyone online that you do not know. Don't do any of these stupid challenges like Blue Whale, and please don't look that up if you don't know what it is, but suicide is not cool. Don't bully people. You treat people like you want to be treated. And I know that a lot of kids that are watching this right now, and a lot of adults actually too, are probably suicidal and or being bullied. So I just want the whole world, whoever watches this, even if it's just one person, if I can get through to one person, one child, so that never happens again, just please take my advice and don't give anybody your name, your address, your phone number. Careful who you accept friend requests from. And if a vehicle approaches you, whether they say that they know your mom or your dad or whoever, even if it's a police officer, run. Seriously, run the other way. Keep yourself safe. I believe strongly in a buddy system. That's why we have a pen pal system set up. Maybe I can encourage you. Maybe I can explain to you how beautiful and how amazing you are, and all of the reasons why you are such a great addition to this world, why you are so loved, why you're so amazing, because you just are. Every single person watching this video, you are loved. You are amazing. I don't know you, and I love you. I care about you, and I don't want anything to happen to you. And I especially don't want anything to happen to anyone's children. So guys, teach your kids about stranger danger. Teachers, teach your students about stranger danger. Okay? Do me with that one favor. I got the 2 little girls to promise me that they would never do that again, so maybe I could get a few other people to promise me that you will pass that message along to whomever you come into contact with, just so that they know. Because it just blew my mind and surprised me how easily they gave this, and willingly they gave their personal information out just over the phone to a random stranger that was a wrong number. That was clearly the wrong number. And thank God it was me, and I believe that things happen for a reason, and I'm so grateful that I now get to be in their lives and get to write them letters, and I'm so grateful that they have each other. But I do not want to see a Facebook video. I don't want to see anything happening to anybody over something, a mistake that could be prevented so easily just by taking 5 minutes to explain, or less, to explain what stranger danger is, how to keep yourself safe, how to keep your home safe, how to keep your children safe, and adults, how to support each other and care for each other and treat people the way that you want to be treated, so that, I'm never going to put an end to bullying, but I will put an end to the way that bullying affects your life. If you'd like me, to reach out to you and send letters to you. So, you know how to find me. It's Tiffany H. Lewis, all over social media. Super easy to find. I'm comfortable putting that information out there for the world. I'm going to put this video on YouTube and probably on Facebook, because I have a large international support system. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of me running around, thousands of us. We are an organization, like I said, this is what we do all day, every day. And I'm kind of on a mission right now to get a lesson across to children about why it's not okay to give this information away. And, if I had been anybody else, for, obviously, for example, a pedophile or something like that, I could have taken that child and done whatever I want. Either child, both children, because I had both of their addresses because they didn't live in the same house. Or maybe I could have kidnapped them for ransom. And I don't ever want anyone to be put in that position. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And that is my message for you guys this evening. Teach your kids. Students, listen to your parents and your teachers and parents. It is your job to teach every child around you, especially your own. As a parent, from one parent to another, I think that we all have a common opportunity to teach everybody that we come into contact with the same things or different things. But if we are allowed to come into contact with a child and we have an opportunity from one parent to another, from one adult to another, from one whatever to another, I'm not overstepping my boundaries, and I'm not disrespecting the way you're parenting, your own children. I'm just saying, if given the opportunity, I will be happy to explain it to your children, but you should. Please, just do that for me. Okay? You guys have a good day. You know how to get a hold of me. It's pensforpals.org. Find me online, Tiffany H. Lewis. If you are feeling suicidal or depressed or just want a friend, that's why I exist. That's why I was put on this earth, and I just want to help you. I want to help you. I want to help your kids. I want to help make schools safer and communities safer. And I don't just want to do these things. I do these things every single day of my life. And like I said, there are thousands of us that all work together. We are a large community of thousands and thousands of organizations of people who care so much. That's it. That's what we do all day, every day. We care. We care so much. We reach out. And I'll be the first one to make this video and reach out, and you can expect to see more videos like this. So you guys have a good day. Again, you're beautiful. You're amazing. I love you. I'm not fake. You can see it in my face. I am who I say I am. And I really hope that you guys have an amazing day. And please, please, please share this video or talk to somebody and tell somebody what stranger danger is, or if you have the opportunity to explain it to a child, please do. Thank you. Have a good day.